مفتوح للاجتهادات التقليد. هذا حد العالم، هذا طالب، هذا راسخ والى اخره.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all the RipRight Hadith disciples, YouTubers, and viewers, welcome back to a new video on RipRight HD. And today, your brother Islam is going to be going over one of the particular reasons why I went to jail. Okay, guys, and I've been to jail 5 to 6, maybe 7 different occasions. I've been to prison 3 or 4 or 5 different times. Jail and prison are not the same. Okay, guys, so shooting, stabbings, attempt murder, definitely been locked up for sexual assault, and that's one of the issues I'm going to be dealing with now. But we have to clear the air as soon as you get on here. Okay, guys, so yo, Islam is a pedophile. Islam is a child molester. Islam is a rapist, right? I don't like to say Islam because Islam is my name, but some people know Islam as the deen as well. But people are saying this about me, right? And we have one guy in particular, you know, who's obsessed with the RipRight movement, who's obsessed with what I got going on and the success that we have been having as a team in the last few months. So he's been DMing everybody that I follow or has followed me on Instagram, which is over 15,000, close to, for the last couple of days. So I've been getting a lot of phone calls, Beast, Juice, Simi, all these calisthenic guys reaching out. So salute to those guys. Bandana Red, Matrix, Evolution Cat, you know, my whole team, Static King, Man Time Fitness, the people that actually said, yo, what is this? We want to know what, you know, what's the issue? Some was like, yo, we don't care what the issue is, bro. This is not you. Or, you know, just supported me and called to find out. A lot of people got it and didn't call. They didn't, you know, they don't care. They're waiting in, you know, in lie to see what's going to be the end result. But this is my rebuttal to the guy who's putting out this footage. Okay, guys, so he's showing pictures of me when I was incarcerated in Jersey. He's showing an article of me from Middlesex County, 26-year-old Muslim man arrested for sexual assaulting a 17-year-old. So guys, slow down. As soon as you hear about sexual assault, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Aggressive, some kind of force, some kind of, you know, trauma, a victim that's, you know, traumatized, and a predator. Am I correct? Okay, that's how I thought when I first heard the charge, when they were locking me up for it back 10 years ago, okay? So doing your research on this, if you want to, or checking it out, would be the best thing for you. But I'm gonna give you my spill, my story. I'm not gonna go so much in detail because I was actually saving all of this for my documentary, but this guy just couldn't wait. Okay, so first of all, they charged me with sexual assault, which is a consensual case. It is not a forceful case. It's not a coercion case. So let's just get that out of your mind, that Islam, brother Islam, aka right, RipRight, was hiding in a tree somewhere and seen a female walking by and jumped out. And no, we going oh, keep your daughters away from Islam. And if you know me and you follow me, you know I don't even do collabs with women. You know that there's many DMs I get from fitness females, half naked, trying to do collabs with me that I don't do it with. So the issue is not some guy lying in wait, lustful, trying to rape somebody. So I would advise the man who is doing this and posting this, please stop, because it's really, you know, it's hard to explain when you know you're not the type of person that they're trying to portray you to be. Okay, guys, and if you know anything about prison and how we deal with pedophiles and how we deal with child molesters and people like that, and how it feels to be in a situation and you have a case and nobody really understands it, then you know how much guys I had to beat up. Now, I don't want to put all of this out there, but it was to a point where I was in a jail and I stopped explaining myself. I had to stop. It got too tiresome. The people who was around me, they knew the case. I explained it to them if I felt like they were, you know, worth it. Like, yeah, I'm explaining it to you. But now I'm explaining it to the viewers, my supporters, right? So it got to a point where a person would then ask me, yo, bro, yeah. What you in here for? I'm in here for sex assault. What's good? You good? What you want to do? You all right? And dudes would be like, oh, they started to run around the jail. Oh, the New York dude, yeah, he in here wilding, yeah, he duff dude out here. Yeah, because that's how it was. I stayed in a box, okay? Because of the circumstance, you understand? And I didn't have to, but at the time I was upset. I'm in here. They got me on some trumped up charges, which they eventually dismissed. But yet still I had to, you know, defend myself in certain cases, and most times I was transgressing the bounds of me. Allah Ta'ala forgive me from the rage of being in there, you know, and knowing that this is not the situation why y'all got me in here. You understand? So guys, look me up on the sex offender registry, Matthew Nesbitt, MATTHEW NESBITT. That's B as in boy. Okay, guys, then you would understand that I'm not on there. If you get charged with a sex offense and you are convicted of a sex crime, whether it's you're 21 and she was 16 and that was your girl, and then they give you a sex offense, you're gonna be on the registry for like 20 years. And that's if you're not a predator. So all of this stuff I had to learn fighting my case, that there are a lot of predators and there's sex offenders because they're locked up on a sex crime, which is not necessarily a predatorial crime. You understand? So guys, my situation was definitely horrific. And I say horrific in the fact that there was a man that was doing the right thing and incarcerated unjustly. And once I was incarcerated, because they didn't just want to release me when they realized that what they were claiming wasn't all facts, they tried to give me a lesser charge because they know the lawsuit is coming. So what do you do in this situation? How do you deal with it? So they say, yo, we can't charge him for this because the consensual age of consent in Jersey is 16. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Brother Islam meets a female. We know it's haram to have sex out of wedlock in Islam. But if I meet a female and she's 17 in New Jersey and I'm 26 and I begin to have sexual intercourse with her, there's nothing that the state can do. There's nothing that no one can do. They knew that. So what they did, they said, oh, we have to find a way to get this guy locked in. So they said, oh, he has supervisory and disciplinary status over her. So we're going to use the fact that he's a teacher. Do you understand what's going on here? So they locked me up as if I was a teacher having a relationship with a student. That's the second way they tried to get me in. So this is how it all went bad. Okay, they got what they wanted as far as the time and the conviction, but they didn't get exactly what they wanted, to put another young black man on a sex offender list, or, you know, if you think it was hard to get a job as an ex-felon, as a sex offender, I could only imagine. I think Allah Ta'ala that it didn't happen in my situation. Okay, so now when I was incarcerated and they realized, okay, we got him on this, and I seen the charges and I started to review and to research, I told my lawyer, I said, look, this is a mistake. They saying it happened July. One, I was never a teacher. I was volunteering. I was never a teacher. Number two, if it happened in July, school was out in June. So I'm definitely not even a volunteer in July. So now you can't put me in the category of having supervisory or disciplinary status over her. So now you gotta wipe those charges completely. Did I have sex with this girl? Never. She was a virgin, and when I left and got incarcerated, she was still a virgin. Do you understand that? Once they seen how that played out, I was able to bargain. My lawyer didn't want to fight for me. I told him after showing him that, he said, yo, you're right. He said, but guess what? He said, you're black. That's 1 strike. He said, you're Muslim. That's 2 strikes. He said, you're an ex-felon. That's 3 strikes. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Your lawyer, that is supposed... You prove to your lawyer right then and there and show him your innocence on a particular charge, and then he refutes you or tries to get you to cop out based upon things that really matter. That's reality. He said, I don't think you know what county you're in. You're in Middlesex County. They put me on the front page. A teacher having a relationship with a student. Would that ever make a front page really in New York? No, it's too much shootings, it's too much killings. Nothing happens in that county. You get locked up for a burglary, it's making it in the papers. Like major. It's like it was one of those counties. They gave me a $250,000 bail to understand. So y'all can understand what I was going through. Middlesex County, if anybody that's watching this understands New Jersey, South Plainfield, Piscataway, that whole Middlesex, they know exactly what I'm talking about. If you ever did a bid with somebody, then you know how the penal system is. So I had a decision to make. I was on parole, state parole, from my attempted murder that happened in 03. I got out in 08. Guy got shot in the head with a 40 caliber. In that same situation, I had a 9mm. But what did I do? I pled out to 6 years anyway, knowing that my gun wasn't the gun that shot him. From the start, I messed up. My mother, yeah, plead out. She told me to plead out. My lawyer, he told me to plead out. As an 18-year-old, 23, I'm fighting my case 38 months. My lawyer said, yo, you had that 9mm. This guy got shot in the head with a 40 caliber. Guess what? I think you should plead out, because if you don't, you're going to get charged with a gun charge and look at 7 to 15 years anyway. So you might as well just take the 6 because you was involved in the shootout. Do you understand what's going on? So that was the first time I went up north. So now I'm here, sitting here in Middlesex County, about to plea out to another case that I know wasn't the situation. Yeah, I don't think y'all feel the pain. And then I have to come out and deal with some fool, some grown man in his 40s, suffering, negative, disturbing, you know, sending 26-year-old sexual assaulted a female. You're talking about a consensual case, and then you talking about a child molester. I don't like to really sit. Listen, guy, just stay away from me, please. Like, that's all I ask. And if you're gonna say what you say, just say it, and say it over there. All the calisthenic guys, if y'all want to jump on that wave, go ahead and jump on it. But everybody that knows me, they know how I roll. You understand what I'm saying? And they know what's my MO and what I've been to prison for and what I took the weight for, and when I was in the streets, what I was doing in the streets. Wasn't touching no woman forcefully, and that's a whole fact. Okay, so guys, I don't want to too much dwell on this. I want to save a lot of it for the documentary, but I want to thank everybody that supported me. Okay, guys, and know that in that whole mist, I ended up getting all of the charges dismissed, and they wanted me to plead to a lesser charge, and I'm gonna give you a reason why I pled to the lesser charge. One, what my lawyer said was true. It was a jury case. Now the jury would have been able to decide, yo, this is the situation. This is the situation. You know, now I would have been gambling. Do I want to end up like the guys, the 5 guys in Central Park? You understand what's going on with the system? Do you think that this system, they got a whole encyclopedia of people who were in jail innocently? innocently. Do you understand? And y'all people sometimes see something and automatically accuse. And I had that same issue. If you came in with a sex offense, like them 5 guys, man, in Central Park, man, you know how much pain they went through. Some of them been stabbed, raped in it for a crime they didn't commit. That was a sex charge. So, you know, I felt a little bit of that, you know, even though my situation was consensual. But as soon as a person hears assault, they automatically think it's, you know, some kind of aggressive, forceful thing. So I was able to get them to dismiss all of the sexual charges by law's permission. And they said, yo, listen, we'll give you a non-sex offense right now if you plea out to 3 flat. 3 flat in Jersey is 9 months. I would have seen the board. I would have automatically got released because I was from out of state. Once you're out of state and you give an out of state address, they automatically cut you loose. I had 7 months in. So I'm telling my lawyer, I don't feel comfortable even with that. I'll take time served. Fighting tooth and nail trying to get time served. I said, all right, they don't want to give me time served. How about if I plea out, you gotta ROR me, release me, and then let New York come and get me so I can go do my New York time, because I was out of state without my state parole knowing I was out of state, right? So I would have had to go do 12 to something months in New York anyway. So I said, might as well go to New York, do 12 months, come back in, have 19 months in, come to Jersey, go upstate, and come right home. It didn't work like that. I was better off going to Jersey, doing the 2 months, then going up north, because I ended up doing more time than I was supposed to because I missed the board. But alhamdulillah, everything worked out, and I came home and still ended up catching another 46 months. Wait till I tell y'all about that case. Foolery. When I tell you foolery, you guys are not even going to believe it. But I was able to plea out, you know, and Allah blessed me to not get a sex offense. And a lot of guys is saying behind the camera that's watching, no, I'm never going to plea out if I... Never say never. Yo, I'm never going to do this. I'm never... When you get in that situation, may Allah protect you from that situation, then you'll understand and weigh the options, you know? So, guys, if you support me, you support me. If you don't support me, I really don't care, you know? Really, in all honesty. A lot of people were lying and waiting to see what was going to happen with the situation. Oh, it's going to tarnish your brand. Listen, whatever the situation is, know that RipRight, and that's not me, that's the team, is going to push hard. We say the train don't stop, and my man trying to stop the train, but it's going to keep running. It's going to keep running. We're trying to make 100,000 in sales within the next 3 months. We ask that y'all help. We support, and we doing what's right for the community. People are trying to tear it down, you know, and try to place us in a position that we're not in. So guys, man, RipRightHD �𝑴𝑬𝑹_, that account on Instagram. I ask you, go up there and you report that account, man. This guy is, he's, you know, he's going crazy. And get this video 1 million views. I want to see the comments and what people think, you know, and how they feel, and I'm gonna try to respond to every single comment. Bro, you got a dude that did over 10 years in prison, never told on anybody, always been stand up, was in the streets doing everything that I had to do according to the street code. And then you got guys like this who's gonna try to shatter everything, right? After coming out, being positive, promoting positivity, not showing naked women in thongs doing squats on my channel. I mean, no offense to the guys who do it, but that's just something that we don't do on this channel. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to bleep out the cursing, trying to bleep out the N-word, although we ourselves may say it, right? But we just trying to put a positive energy out there, and we ask that y'all give that the same positive energy back. And if you can't, stay away from us, because we only trying to excel. This is the reason why us as a people, we don't get nowhere. We don't get nowhere. You don't want to pay your taxes. You know who I'm talking about. That's why we're in this situation, because you don't want to pay your taxes. Yo, guys, stay tuned. Stay rip. Shout out to the rips and all the supporters, because I don't got subscribers. I don't have followers. I have supporters. You either there or you not. Love y'all guys, man. Appreciate it.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh